Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of the Panthers, in a program built on the backs of legends like Tony Dorsett, Hugh Green, Mark May, and Mike Ditka. Give it the toughness that is epitomized by anyone who plays in the Steel City. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Pit lined up, ready for the opening kickoff as we get things underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Pitt Panthers offense takes the field to start this game off. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Going to the ground. He breaks a tackle. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
They keep attacking through the air. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. Looking to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. The give to the back. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
And the Panthers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, he'll let it fly. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll try to run for it. Oh, what a cut! And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with a 14-yard run for the score. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Colorado's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
Man, it's so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable. Get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
The give. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo. Going up top on first down. Makes a connection. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterback. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And you want to know what... advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. He's got it on the right. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Looking to throw, it's Bean. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He'll just keep slinging it. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation. And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
And now on second down for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback checking the play. The play action fake. Unloads it downfield. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
A third and long coming up here.
Let's go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Yeah, and just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He looks that one in nicely. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Pitt offense has been quick. He'll come out throwing on first down, using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Running back searching for a hole. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They want to throw it. It's complete on the right side. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Hit right back to the line. Running for it on 4th down. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. From that spot on the field, you're going to go for 4th and inches every time, but you could argue that 4th and inches, you ought to go for it almost all of the time.
I 100% agree. We're definitely going for this. And listen, let's play some offense. Let's have high octane. Let's put some points on the board. We're not kicking field goals. We're not punting. We're trying to score touchdowns.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Pittsburgh will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and going right back to the well, and this time he finds water, gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 7 over TCU. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That's caught. It's Wood. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Back to pass, it's Bean. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Wants to throw on 3rd. They've got the screen set up. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Unloads to the right. Wide open downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Well, they wanted this guy catching the ball on the right side of the field. They could have just lined him up over there, but they didn't that time. He started off on the left side. He crossed the defense and made the catch on the right side of the field.
And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. Going for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Colorado.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He hurls one deep down the left side. Ball in the air, intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Man, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wood. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Between the uprights, it's good. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Pittsburgh. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
The Panthers will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Back to pass, it's Bean. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to the running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Fast motion from the offense. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go. Freedom.
To the air on first down. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Got some room to run. 30. At the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Gets it to the back. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
They'll go to the ground. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice scramble, unbelievable job after dropping back to pass and understanding the situation, and a nice heads-up play. Slide. Live to fight another down. Don't try to make a bigger play and run through somebody big and get yourself hurt.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the running back. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Motion from the offense. Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan State is going all in. That offense has more options than they've had in East Lansing in some time. They're up by 28 over the Royals. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Leaves it with the back. Gets some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. And the Buffaloes moving quickly to the line. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To the air. It's Bean coming after it. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs.
Really nice timing. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass.
And they knocked him down almost immediately.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, the offense, you're hoping the run fix going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
He's back to throw on second down. Safe completion on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Buffaloes will bring... onto the field. Wants to return it. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The lone back's got it. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll ride the hot hand. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. They'll go to the air. They'll run the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Pitt! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting... up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. To throw, it's Bean. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On first and goal, let's see what Pitt does here.
Let's go. Ready.
Sticks it in his belly. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read.
Here we go. Check.
Trying to power it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal.
Lasso. Now.
They're trying to slam it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't.
And he breaks into the open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Bean. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. It's third down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
It's now 2nd down.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Throws toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. So an 82-yard drive there. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
3:25.
Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to part each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players, they've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer.